Hello everyone, I'm very happy to see all of you guys again here. In today's video we will continue our most asked important Python interview question. In previous video, we have seen some important questions. Like, what are negative indexes? What is a init method in Python? What are Python modules? And so on. In this video we will continue to see some others important questions. If you didn't watch previous video, please watch before this video. You can find the link for my button, or you can find in description below. Before starting today's video, I would like to request you please like and subscribe. It'll not take more than 1 second. So if you're ready, let's start today's video. What is a dictionary in Python? In Python, a dictionary is an unordered collection of key-value pairs, where each key is unique and used to retrieve its associated value. Dictionaries are implemented as hash tables and are optimized for fast lookup and retrieval of values based on their keys. Dictionaries are created using curly braces, or the dict constructor, with keys and values separated by colons. Dictionaries are very useful in many scenarios, such as counting the frequency of words in a text, storing configuration settings, and more. What is the use of len function in Python? The len function in Python returns the number of elements in a sequence, such as a string, list, tuple, etc. What are the advantages of using Python NumPy arrays? There are several advantages of NumPy arrays in terms of speed, memory efficiency, convenience, compatibility, etc. Let's discuss one by one. 1. Speed. NumPy arrays are much faster than nested Python lists, due to their highly optimized C implementation. 2. Memory efficiency. NumPy arrays use less memory than nested Python lists, as they store data in a contiguous block of memory. 3. Convenience. NumPy arrays are more convenient to use than nested Python lists as they provide more advanced operations and functions. 4. Compatibility. NumPy arrays are compatible with many other scientific computing libraries and functions, making it easier to integrate them into complex data processing pipelines. Next question is, does Python have OOPS concepts? Answer. Yes, Python supports object-oriented programming or OOPS concepts such as classes, objects, inheritance, polymorphism, and encapsulation. Next question is, how is multithreading achieved in Python? Answer. Multithreading in Python can be achieved through the threading module. The thread class in the threading module provides a way to create and run threads in a Python program. To create a new thread, you can create a new instance of the thread class and pass a function or method to be executed as the thread's target. Next question is, what are Python libraries? Name a few of them. Answer. Python libraries are pre-written collections of code that provide a set of functionalities and can be used to perform specific tasks in a Python program. They are designed to make it easier for developers to perform complex operations and provide a faster way to implement common tasks. Here is the few popular Python libraries are. 1. NumPy, for numerical computing with arrays. 2. Pandas, for data manipulation and analysis. 3. Matplotlib, for data visualization. 4. SciPy, for scientific computing. 5. Scikit-learn, for machine learning and data analysis. 6. TensorFlow, for machine learning and deep learning. Next question is, what is use of split function in Python? Answer. In Python, the split method is used to split a string into a list of substrings based on a specified separator. The separator can be any character, and by default, it is white space. The resulting substrings are stored in a list, and the list is returned as the output. Next question is, what is the difference between object-oriented programming and structured programming? Answer. Object-oriented programming and structured programming are two different software development approaches. In object-oriented programming, the emphasis is on creating objects that encapsulate data and behavior, whereas in structured programming, the focus is on breaking down a program into smaller, well-structured parts that can be easily understood and maintained. In an object-oriented programming approach, objects interact with each other through methods and messages, whereas in structured programming, control flow structures like if-else statements and loops are used to control the execution of a program. Both approaches have their own advantages and disadvantages, and the choice between the two often depends on the specific requirements of a project. Next question is, why we should use object-oriented programming or OOPS? Answer. Object-oriented programming is a popular programming approach because it offers several benefits for software development. Firstly, object-oriented programming provides a way to organize code into reusable and modular components, which makes it easier to maintain and extend the code over time. Additionally, object-oriented programming enables developers to model real-world objects and their relationships, making it easier to understand and work with complex systems. Another advantage of object-oriented programming is that it supports encapsulation and abstraction, which helps to minimize the impact of changes to one part of the code on other parts of the code. This makes it easier to maintain and update the code as requirements evolve. Next question is, what are the main features of object-oriented programming or OOPS? Answer. The main features of object-oriented programming are encapsulation. This is the process of wrapping data and behavior within a single unit or object, which helps to protect the data and ensure that it is only accessible through an object's methods. Abstraction. This is the process of hiding the underlying complexity of an object and exposing only the essential features, making it easier to understand and use. Inheritance. This is the mechanism by which a new class can be created by inheriting properties and behaviors from an existing class, making it possible to reuse and extend existing code. Polymorphism. This is the ability of an object to take on multiple forms, depending on the context in which it is used. This allows for more flexible and dynamic code that can be adapted to different situations. Classes. A class is a blueprint for creating objects, which defines the properties and behaviors that the objects created from that class will have. These features allow object-oriented programming to provide a way to organize, structure, and manage complex systems, making it easier to build and maintain large, scalable applications. Next question, what is monkey patching in Python? Answer. Monkey patching is a technique in which you modify or extend the behavior of a class or module at runtime. It is often used to add new features or to modify existing features in a way that does not require changing the original code. This can be useful in situations where you don't have control over the source code, or where you want to add or change behavior temporarily or for specific use cases. Next question. Does Python support multiple inheritance? Answer. Yes, Python supports multiple inheritance, which means that a class can inherit from multiple base classes. This allows you to create classes that inherit properties and behaviors from multiple sources, making it easier to reuse and combine existing code. Next question is, what is polymorphism in Python? Answer. Polymorphism is a key concept in object-oriented programming that allows objects of different classes to be treated as objects of a common type. This makes it possible to write code that can work with objects of different types in a generic way, without having to know the specific type of the object at runtime. Next question, what is static polymorphism? Answer. Static polymorphism, also known as early binding or compile-time polymorphism, refers to the behavior of an object in which the type of the object and the method to be called are determined at compile time. This means that the exact method to be called is known before the program is executed. Next question, what is dynamic polymorphism? Answer. Dynamic polymorphism, also known as late binding or runtime polymorphism, refers to the behavior of an object in which the type of the object and the method to be called are determined at runtime. This means that the exact method to be called is not known until the program is executed. Next question, what are the main difference between overloading and overriding? Answer. Method overloading is a feature of object-oriented programming that allows a class to have multiple methods with the same name but different parameters. This allows the class to perform different actions based on the arguments passed to the method. For example, a class might have two methods with the same name but one takes an integer argument and the other takes a string argument. When the method is called, the correct implementation will be selected based on the type of argument passed to it. Method overriding, on the other hand, is the ability of a subclass to provide a different implementation of a method that is already defined in its superclass. The purpose of overriding is to change the behavior of a method in the subclass to provide a more specific implementation. Next question, explain encapsulation and how we can achieve in Python. Answer. Encapsulation is a fundamental principle of object-oriented programming that involves bundling data and methods that operate on that data within a single unit or object. In Python, this is achieved by defining class methods and attributes. Next question, what are access specifiers in Python? Answer. Access specifiers are keywords in object-oriented programming that define the level of access to the members, for example attributes and methods of a class. The access level of a member determines who can access and modify it within the program. Here is the following access specifiers in Python. 1. Public. Members declared as public can be accessed from anywhere within the program. 2. Private. Members declared as private can only be accessed within the same class. They are prefixed with two underscores in Python, example. __ private member. 3. Protected. Members declared as protected can only be accessed within the same class and its subclasses. They are prefixed with a single underscore in Python, example. _ protected member. Access specifiers help to enforce encapsulation by controlling the visibility and accessibility of class members. By limiting the visibility of certain members, the implementation details of a class can be kept hidden from other parts of the code, making it easier to maintain and modify the code in the future. Next question, what is the difference between multiple and multilevel inheritance? Answer. Multiple inheritance is when a class inherits attributes and methods from multiple parent classes. It allows a class to inherit the characteristics of more than one parent class. For example, if a class child inherits from two classes parent 1 and parent 2, it will have access to the attributes and methods of both parent 1 and parent 2. Multilevel inheritance is when a class inherits from a parent class which in turn inherits from another parent class. It creates a hierarchy of inheritance where a class can inherit from a parent class, which in turn inherits from another parent class, and so on. For example, if a class grandchild inherits from a class child which in turn inherits from a class parent, then grandchild will have access to the attributes and methods of both child and parent. Next question, what are the limitations of inheritance? Answer. Inheritance is a powerful feature in object-oriented programming that allows classes to inherit attributes and methods from parent classes. However, it also has some limitations. Complexity. Inheritance can increase the complexity of the code, making it harder to understand and maintain. When classes inherit from multiple parent classes, the relationships between classes can become difficult to understand, especially when inheritance hierarchies become deep and complex. Overuse. Inheritance should be used carefully and only when it is the most appropriate solution. Overuse of inheritance can lead to complex, inflexible, and hard to maintain code. Next question, what is data abstraction in Python? Answer. Data abstraction is a technique used in object-oriented programming to separate the implementation details of a class from its interface. It refers to the act of exposing only the necessary information about an object to the outside world, while hiding its internal details. That's it for this video. Let me know in comments section how you like this video. And don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video with your friends.